Now, coverage you can count on. This is WTVM Newsleader 9.
A sudden surge in crime in one particular Columbus neighborhood as some business owners worried and some closed down. And a soldier who died at Fort Benning is being remembered today. Plus, it's Krispy Kreme to the rescue, a donut for a donation. We have that story of a very special Columbus girl coming up. Good evening, I'm Catherine Kington. Thanks for joining us for Newsleader 9 at 6. A rash of homicides in East Columbus last week is having lasting effects on the people who live and work in that area. The first incident was a murder on Fisk Avenue. Then last Friday, there was a murder on Decatur Court, followed by a murder on Sampson Avenue just a few blocks away. Early Sunday morning, police say there was a drive-by shooting on Decatur Street, which is believed to possibly be connected to the Decatur Court murder. Newsleader 9's Curtis McLeod spoke to a business owner who's concerned about all the crime and how it's hurting business. Curtis has the details in tonight's top story.
Eddie Sampson has worked in Carver Heights for over 30 years. He owns a cafe, laundromat, and corner store at the intersection of Fleming Avenue and Decatur Court. Mr. Eddie says the rash of violence in the area over the past few weeks is costing him money.
You know, it was just this junk been going on. It's been going down slow and whatnot, and it's down a rock bottom and whatnot.
For years, his business thrived. He says looking back, he's never seen things get so bad in this area. Because of increased crime over the years, other businesses have been forced to close out of fear. Mr. Eddie says for now, he's holding his ground.
No, I'm not afraid. You know, ain't no need to be afraid. You got to defend yourself and to defend your property and defend anything that you got. You got to defend it. There ain't no such thing as running.
Mr. Eddie says the shootings and increased drug activity has caused a divide in the community. He also says every week there's a new threat or danger that keeps people like he and others who live in the community on edge.
When I first come here, people didn't have all this off the wall running around stuff with them, see, and the drugs and things. They didn't have it. Now everybody you see, it seems like they got something to be dodging or running from somebody.
Since the two murders and drive-by shootings, Mr. Eddie says his laundromat and corner store hasn't seen nearly as many customers that they typically see throughout the week. He cites fear as the main reason people are staying indoors.
You don't have any plans of going anywhere?
No, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I mess around and got myself trying to make a living, so I'm going to try to make a living.
Now, Mr. Eddie says that he has seen more police patrolling the Carver Heights area. He's hoping that after everything dies down, that their presence continues.
And, you know, there's a lot going on in that area, Curtis. What else is being done to keep people safe?
Well, Catherine, I spoke to Mayor Teresa Tomlinson today, and she assured me that there would be a continued police presence in the Carver Heights area. Today, she and members of her staff talked to the people in the community about how the city can get involved in making this neighborhood a safer place to live.
All right. Thank you very much. Curtis McLeod reporting. Well, we've seen the clouds increase throughout the day, and some of those clouds have brought some rain to the area. Meteorologist Justin Logan is tracking the storms now, and he joins us in the Doppler 9 Weather Center with more.
Well, Catherine, as we take a look at Doppler 9 radar network, you'll see that we have some showers and even a few embedded thunderstorms out there still left. As we take you further over to the west in portions here of Bullock County, there are some showers that are continuing. We'll zoom in. You can see even the flashes of lightning. There is the rain that we have ongoing. Union Springs, you're seeing the rain continue for you too. Come out on a wider shot and show you that we have more showers and a few embedded thunderstorms that have developed, though, off to our east. Over in portions of Upson County and Taylor County near Butler, rain continues in your neck of the woods. When we come back, we'll have a look at that extended forecast.
All right. Thanks, Justin. New at 6, a U.S. Army soldier, Captain John Hortman, was remembered today in Spartanburg, South Carolina. 30-year-old Hortman died on August 8th during a training exercise here at Fort Benning. He was the pilot of a helicopter that crashed. Hortman had been deployed 3 times to Iraq and was awarded the Bronze Star along with other medals. He will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery at a later time. Tonight, we hear from the family of a mother and her 2 daughters who died in a Columbus house fire earlier this week. 23-year-old mother Nordalie Douglas, 10-year-old Sequoia Bankston, and 6-year-old Michaela Gully died in the fire on Decatur Street Tuesday from smoke inhalation. The family in North Carolina is speaking out about the blaze and how it could have been prevented.
They're in a better place. They're in a good place now.
I know their voices, and I can hear them crying for help. And know that they weren't able to come out. That's difficult. So, of course, the bars, what could have been safe for them actually ended up harming them.
The family members say they know the family died together because they couldn't live without each other. And we have more details on funeral arrangements. Next Friday, funerals will be held in Greenville, North Carolina for the mother and youngest daughter. And we're told the oldest daughter, Zakoya Bankson, she will be buried in Columbus. Her father, a Fort Benning soldier, made that decision. The family has set up a fund to pay for funeral services, and you can donate at any Wells Fargo bank in the name of the Douglas family. A Columbus man gets the maximum sentence in a child pornography case. 32-year-old Aaron Reese will serve 12 years in prison. Reese admitted to posing as a talent scout to take semi-nude pictures of young children. Government attorneys said he worked through MySpace and offered modeling contracts to some girls. He first asked for fully clothed pictures, but later requested more graphic photos. The case was investigated by the FBI. One angry East Alabama mom says her child was on the school bus for 3 hours after school on Monday. Jennifer Young has 2 children at Mount Olive Elementary in Fort Mitchell. She says her children didn't get home until almost 6 Monday evening. Russell County Superintendent Mike Green says the bus scheduling issue is due to an increase in students moving in because of BRAC. Green says he and the school transportation director are working on possible resolutions. Newsleader 9 will keep you posted. Well, Krispy Kreme teamed up today with the Muskogee County Marshal's Office to try to change the life of one little girl in Columbus. They held an event called Raise Dough for a Child in Need. It was for 7-year-old Rhiannon Griggs, who's suffering from Rett syndrome. Her family needs money to pay for assistance. Rhiannon cannot speak, and she needs assistance to do small things usually taken for granted, such as taking a bath and getting dressed. Her mother, who serves as a county marshal, spoke with us about the tragedy of her daughter's illness.
It has been going fantastic, and I can't get the smile off of my face, and I'm trying to hold back the tears. It's just amazing how the citizens of Columbus and surrounding areas have been absolutely amazing, and something we were definitely not expecting.
Fundraiser raised money by giving donuts to those who made a donation. The more donations you made, the more donuts you ate. Well, I'm excited. College football is 2 weeks away, but we have you covered. Coming up on Newsleader 9 at 7, our SEC preview, A Legacy of Champions, an hour-long special previewing all 12 teams, a special feature on our local Columbus players, and predictions from the Sports Leader 9 team. SEC 2011, A Legacy of Champions is tonight at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Well, coming up, one major Hollywood star and legend has made his way to the state of Georgia. We'll catch up with him after the break. And a scary situation for some Georgia residents after their townhomes suddenly burst into flames. Plus, it's time for a new school year and a new pair of shoes for free.